Okay, so the bare bones kit that we just went through technically gets you started. You can build that bottom box, you got your bottom board, you got the telescoping lid, and so you can get your package of bees, install it in there, and technically you're keeping bees, or you're having bees. Maybe you haven't learned how to keep bees yet. If you want to take it to sort of the next step where you're hoping to harvest some honey, you need a little bit more additional gear. And so this second box of stuff, which is not in the bare bones kit, is something to where you might find you want some of these other items. And so I realize that for a lot of people, price is a huge concern, and so you might click on, I just want the bare bones kit. Great, that can get you started, but if you really want to do this as a hobby, some of this other stuff you're going to need. Like for instance, a suit. And so yes, you can just wear that veil and wear long sleeve shirt and pants and put some duct tape around the seams like I explained in the DVD, but it becomes apparent pretty quickly that I'm going to want to buy a suit, and so you go ahead and get the bee suit. So this matches up with the veil that we have here really nicely. And so what's the advantage of the suit, you might be asking? Well, it's all one piece, so the seams are less, it's white, which is a great color when you're dealing with bees because they don't like brown bears, and if you're dressed in brown, you look like a bear, and they might sting you. And so, when you have this veil and this white suit on, it's sort of more of a complete deal. There are some all-in-one pieces. That's the kind that I usually wear, where the hood and the veil is attached to the suit, and they just sew a seam in there and put a zipper along this seam. So whichever style you think is going to work for you, let me just say that a different way. If your freak out mode is at 11, then get the all-in-one suit, because that'll give you more peace of mind, because you'll be completely zipped in. If you're not freaking out as much, get the ones and just be careful. Most likely you'll get stung once or twice, and but for people that are just like really nervous, I'd recommend the one-piece suit. Anyway, that gives you a good idea of what's going on there. You've got your gloves and you got your whole suit, and there is that. This is a piece of packing paper, and we can throw that away. Let's see what else we have here. I'm just opening this for the first time. Where's my knife? You might want to kill this because I think she's... So what we have in this second box, and maybe will kind of be the deluxe kit, is more of the frames and foundation that we have here that we already showed you. Reason why we need this if you actually are going to harvest honey, because you need two brood boxes, two bottom deep boxes. All that's for the honey. So the queen's in there laying eggs, they're packing away pollen in some of the cells, they're putting honey in some of the cells, and so a healthy beehive needs two boxes just to make it through the winter. And so when you buy the basic bare bones kit, you've started, but you're not going to be able to harvest any honey from that because the bees need both of those boxes. So in our more deluxe kit, you get more woodenware, and what that's going to afford you to do is, if you're having a booming year, I actually got 80 pounds of honey on my first season, and so if you're having a good season, it's possible for you to get honey that very first year. Also included in this box is a queen excluder, and there'll be probably a wooden frame that goes around the outside of this, and that is explained in the DVD. These bee spaces are just big enough for a worker bee to fit through and not a queen. We'll explain that in the DVD. Let's see, more packing stuff, and yeah, so we have another deep box. So when these are both assembled, we'll have two boxes on top. We'll have the bottom board, two deep boxes. You don't want to put those on right away. Obviously, you'll have, when that first box gets filled in, you add the second box. Then, the thing that most beekeepers want is what's called a Western Super. Exactly the same as the big box, except it's more shallow. And they do that for a couple reasons. One, because those big boxes, when they're full, are really heavy. And so for beekeepers, commercially, and for the home beekeeper, last thing you want to do is be lifting 80-pound boxes all over the place. So these ones are a little more manageable. You can pick that up and it might weigh 30 to 40 pounds. Second thing is, when there's a honey flow going on and they can fill this up quickly, you can be moving these in and out. And so I guess it's just more manageable to have it be that size. Technically, you'll see photographs all the time that will have all deep boxes. And that's one way that you can do it. And you can get your honey from deep boxes. There's nothing that says you can't. But for the home enthusiast, it's much easier and manageable to move these Western Supers around. So that really is more money on the outset, but you're ready and you're anticipating the growth of your hive. If you're doing this correctly, you install the package in the spring, your hive is going to grow. The population is going to increase. And so instead of having to mail order every single time, oh, I need another box, so I got to go out and mail it. Just get them all at once. Get 2 deeps and at least 1 Western. And so now you're set for the whole season. So when the bottom one is about 75% full, put the second box on there. Second box starts to fill up, put your Western Super on there and your queen excluder. And so now you've anticipated the growth and you're ready to get honey instead of playing catch up the whole year and waiting till they need a box and then you go order it. I think you'll be more frustrated than if you just spend a little bit more up front, get all of this gear, and now you're ready for the whole season. And why not anticipate being successful and anticipate the possibility of getting some honey?